Guys, put your hands together please for Mr. Tim Ho.
Hi guys, morning. Thank you for coming so early. When they told me, Tim, you're speaking at 11:30, I was saying, hey, everybody's still sleeping, it's a weekend. But thank you for coming. My name is Tim. I'm from Malaysia, living in Philippines at the moment. Been taking pictures since 2009. I decided to leave the city in 2009. I was working in a radio station. I was running the radio station. In 2009, it was just so busy. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to take a year break and go diving. So I became an instructor. When I became an instructor, I bought a camera, of course, and it was a cheap one, but I left the city, so there's not a lot of money to work with, after becoming an instructor, it's expensive. So I said, okay, small camera, let's see what we can do with this. So people used to come and dive with me and say, Tim, one day you should become a professional. I said, no money. So I said, okay, let me see what I can do with this small camera. Let's see how far we can take it. The worst case scenario is make black and white pictures and make them good. This is the truth. Some people buy a compact camera and they say, I cannot take good pictures. Then I said, let me see your pictures. If the composition is nice, if nothing is burnt and nothing is blur, click black and white on the post edit, and then you can frame it up on the wall and say, art. Yeah? So you make do with what you have. I've learned this over the years. I started trying and trying and trying. You press every button. You get something wrong, the camera does not explode. Just try. The worst case scenario is you don't have any nice pictures, which you already know you didn't have any nice pictures anyway. Okay. So I've done this talk last year and I generalized the compact camera photography. I told you it can be done using a torch, it can be done using a flash, it can be done using natural light. But this year I decided to go a bit more in depth. So the last few days I've been sitting at home actually drawing. I want to give you a representation of how I would explain natural light photography to the people who come and dive with me. I always work with a whiteboard. I am the guy who wears the whiteboard. But coming here, I had to put this on drawing, so I tried my best to make my drawing good. Okay? So, natural light photography is when you go diving and you don't have a strobe and you still want to get decent looking pictures. This is what people will say is expected. When you go diving, no strobe, no torch, then you must edit a lot. If not, the picture sure look like this. This is what people always expect. So I come and I meet a lot of people who just bought their camera and they go shooting and they say, Aiya, Tim, what do you expect? Nothing, no tools, only the camera. So next time I will become a DSLR photographer. So this is the transition. Let me explain to you what I tell a lot of the people who come and learn with me. This is how it works. Back in the day, compact cameras were not powerful. So they would take pictures and it's green. You go to the shop, you say, why my picture like this? The shop said, of course lah, like this. You need strobe. This one, you must buy. So they buy the strobe. Then they click, 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 click. They come back to the shop. Hey, still not nice. Of course lah, it's compact. What do you expect? You must buy DSLR. So they buy the DSLR, then they click, 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 click. They come back to the shop, they say, Aiya, what do you expect? You didn't go for workshop, what? Then you go for workshop. No choice. Already got strobe, already got DSLR, go for workshop. They teach you how to use the camera. Then you say, now I can be a pro. This is before. So now this guy has become a sifu, a master today. You go with your compact and you say, Master, why my picture like that? Of course lah, what you expect? Compact what? You need strobe. The cycle goes on and on and on. So if you go and ask the top photographer in the world today, why my picture like that? He said, of course lah, you must buy strobe. That's his answer. That's what they told him before. That's what he personally believes. He's not lying to you. He's not trying to cheat you or sell you anything, but that is what he learned. I, on the other hand, didn't have the money. I went to the shop, I said, hey, why a picture like that? No strobe. I said, okay lah, no choice, no money. So I tried and I tried and I tried until I eventually kind of figured it out. So, this is what you expect when you tell people I'm going diving with no strobe. What you need to understand, sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. Okay, what you need to understand is when you're doing natural light photography, you're using the sun. Just like when we're in this hall, we're using these lights. These lights are not exactly white like the sun. If you take out your camera now and you take a picture, you will find the picture is very warm, very yellow in color. But in actual fact, if you look at this display here, it looks a bit yellowish to you. If you bring it out to the sun, it's white. Correct? This is caused by the lighting that we have here. So, when you're in the water, you are also using the light that is above your head. It goes through the water and it comes to you. Now, some places they have water that has a tinge of blue. Some places have water that's a tinge of green. So if I scroll backwards and I tell you, this would have been taken on a day that the water was slightly casting a green filter-like effect. Any question, just put up your hand, okay? I will stop one. Imagine this is your sun shining white light through blue water, shining at the snowman. The snowman, of course, supposed to be white lah. So if you put this white light through blue water and it hits the snowman, what color does the snowman look like? Hey, come on, blue, right? Nicely. So this goes to blue water. This looks a bit blue. So when you're at 10 meters, you take the picture, it's a little bit bluish. Correct? Makes sense. I don't want to go into the technical side, but I want to give you a representation of what you need to think about when you're diving. 20 meters of water. More blue or less blue? More blue. 30 meters of water. More blue or less blue? Very blue. So some people who use strobes will tell you, I need to be at a certain depth, then the blue is beautiful. It's because of this factor. They are looking for this depth that gives them a very nice blue. Alright? So, you can go down deep. First of all, I have to put up my hand and tell you, I was doing this slide, I was looking for high res, I didn't have all high res. So if you see one that's really bad, please don't laugh at me and say my picture is lousy, okay? Okay, you can go and shoot blue picture. Make silhouettes, make them look pretty. You can do this. You want to remove this torch going through 3 levels of blue water hitting the snowman. Your snowman look like that. You go to the shop, you ask him what happened, he said you need strobe. Correct? Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to actually try to get this snowman to its real color. I have some examples of what you can do. Make it black and white, like I said, no problem. Black and white picture, not nice, nice one. Or you can bring in lights. This is what the shop tell you, bring in lights. Look at this. This is around 24 meters in Thailand. When you put lights on the coral, don't you see the coral gets their color back? Because you have the sun going through so many layers of water and making the picture blue or green. But now you go to that level and turn on your white light, it brings the color back. So this is your representation of what the strobe or torch does when you're doing your photography. This is what, no right or wrong. I also use a strobe, I also use a torch, but I'm trying to show you that when you don't have these options, it's not the end of the world. You can still do it on the most basic camera. So, using lights. Hey Thomas, where are you? You get to a level, it's green. The sand is supposed to be white, it's green. But my light touches him and he gets all the lighting that he needs. So it brings out the picture. This is what you do when you're doing strobing or when you're using a torch. This is the most common thing that people are doing now. Go down deep, find something to throw your lights at, throw it there and leave everything as it is. This is what you do when you're doing torch or strobing. Throw the lights down, get everything that you want with color and everything else doesn't matter. I like it blue anyway. People even have discussion about what color or tone of blue they should have. People like the blue. So, small area underwater, guy comes in with lights, puts it there. He takes a picture of this area, it would be beautiful with nice color, correct? Everything else is actually gone. That is option that is common today. Bring in lights, throw it on the subject, everything look nice. Or you can do what I did for 4 to 5 years, solely this. Okay? So, same day, same dive site, this guy was there, I shot him with his lights, he moved away, I shot it my way. This is what I did for the start of my photography years. No stroke, no torch, only compact camera. Do this. I personally find when I'm shooting wide angle, this is me only, no right or wrong. When I am diving, I don't see this. When I'm there, I'm not looking, wow, so nice. Yeah, Thomas, so leng jai. Actually, Thomas not leng jai ma. Okay, so I like this. It is a representation of what I experienced when I was there. But which is the true color? Now, this is what I need to tell you. This is the real color of this. Alright? This, using the white light and whacking it on your subject, gives you what it actually is. But it's not what I see. So if you want to shoot clownfish only, using the stroke will take this picture for you. And this will come out and this is actually what color it is. But when I am there and I want to share a mood, this is what I will share. This is what I saw. This is how I saw it. This is what it looked like. Alright? For wide angle photography, there is no way you can light up the entire reef. So I like to go for natural light. Customize the white balance, adjust your exposure so you can get as much of it as I can. Okay, few examples. 23 meters, my colors are still there. This was taken recently. Now, small little compact information I will share with you. I took this on the G7X. I got to test it out a month ago. No diopter, no stroke, no nothing, uncropped. I used the G7X for this one. This one turned out quite nice. But of course the nudie branch was not like that lah. The nudie branch was actually like that. This is taken on the G10, natural light. This is taken on the EPL2, natural light. This is taken on the EPL2 also, natural light. When I was using the compact, I was getting as much clarity as I can. But when I went to the mirrorless, I didn't want to get the same picture. So the thought process was when I moved to the mirrorless in less than 12 months ago, I said I don't want to take the same picture that I could take with the compact. So I kind of changed the game a little bit and I said I want to go as shallow as I can. Didn't make a lot of sense. A lot of people wrote me and said, hey, your picture nowadays is very blur. Yeah, never mind, I can do the clear one with the compact. Okay? So natural light, natural light, natural light, natural light, natural light. This is deep, this is in Thailand, you can see. Natural light is pretty good for low visibility. It helps a lot. It doesn't give you a lot of backscatter. But if you look back, you can see the visibility is actually quite bad on visibility. Natural light. So, back to this one. You can put the light here in front of all this red light. Put a torchlight here and you will be white in the picture, of course. Or you can just remove this. This can be done on camera. You don't need to go back home and open Lightroom and then find a white spot and say, this one white balance, boom. This can be done. But you can also do it on the camera. Some cameras call it custom, some call it manual, and some say evaluate the white balance. But all leads to the same thing. You tell the camera which is white, he only needs to know which is white. He will adjust itself to the blue and the green and everything else because white is the neutral that he needs to analyze. So when you go deep to 30 meters and you put your camera against a white board or a white slate, when he takes a picture, it will be blue. Because of all this light that's coming from the top, going through all this blue water, your slate now in the camera eyes looks blue. You tell the camera, this is not blue camera, this is white. You set it and then you point up and you see, hey, everything is not blue or green anymore. So this is custom white balancing. The white is right. Another camera I talk about is the TG3. One that I've been playing with recently. If you want as bare basic a compact camera, no manual mode, you cannot set anything one. You can set ISO, exposure, no shutter speed, only ISO, exposure and white balance. No need any diopter, you can get one hair can fill half the screen. Alright, so this is all example of natural light photography. Don't have a strobe, don't have a torch, still taking pictures that look nice. I want to explain to you a little bit more for those who are already doing custom white balance. There is a little bit of technique to the custom balance, not just click and shoot really, click and shoot really, not just like this. You need to really know where you are setting your white balance. So let's keep going and I'll show you. This slide, if you're standing under the tree, the sun is here, you are in the shadow. You can't set your white balance here and come here to shoot this. And you cannot set your white balance here and move out to shoot this guy. You need to know you are using the sun as your only light source. You need to set your white balance in the same light cast that the sun is hitting your subject. So what will happen is if I'm here and I set my white balance here, then I walk into the sun and I shoot, this will be a little bit too red. If I shoot here and move inside here, it will be a little bit too green or blue. So you need accuracy with setting your white balance. A lot of people make mistakes. Okay, this is a PG3 again. No crop, no, this camera, this one, this small toy here. No need to use any lens. I shot this inside a hole, I show you. My shutter speed is 1/5 per second. It's so dark. Still can take, no diopter needed. Okay? So, takes me to this slide to show you. Where's the sun? If the sun is hitting your nudie like this, then you put your white slate in the same light cast, remove it, move in and shoot it. If your nudie branch is hidden by the rock, it's in the shadow. You put your white slate in front of your camera, you shoot it in the shadow. Same thing as I showed you with the tree just now. If you're shooting a rack, there are two sides of a rack you can go for. You can go for the sun side or you can go for the shadow side. If I go to this side, I turn off my custom white balance. If I'm shooting it from here, my custom white balance is off. I even willing to go to auto white balance or even just the preset underwater mode. Because from this side, what you want is you want a bit more silhouette. You want blue color, dark structure with the sun behind. But if you want this guy to light up and show you the color of the corals on the wreck, from the sun side, you set it properly, get the sun, and then you shoot the wreck. Yeah? Accuracy. Some people say, but I set my white balance, why the picture still look like this? If you set the white balance on this side, then you shoot it from here. It's going to look very weird. The reason being is you will get the correct color here because you set your white balance here. But as you shoot upwards, this will become very red. Because now the sun is burning up from the top and fighting with you. Wherever the sun is hitting your frame, it will be reddish in tint. So I don't like this. I go for the blue. Use auto, shoot it, get the sunburst, only silhouette, or else use the sun. When I first started doing this photography, to consciously remind myself about taking this picture, I always tell myself, make sun your friend. I do this really in my head. Make sun your friend, make sun your friend. See, I can shoot her from here, this is the shadow side. I can shoot her from here, this is the light side. So I will shoot, hey smile, then, hey, no, make light your friend, then I will move. Take the light. Let the light help you. Don't fight the light. If you want to fight the light, then you use the auto mode, okay, no problem. Then you come back, if not nice, black and white. Right or wrong? Turtle is here. Nice sun. His boat is here, the fellow under the boat. A. B. Biggest mistake. People setting white balance like this. This is the light, yeah? Setting white balance like this. Look. If I'm standing here, you can see my shadow is here. don't set my white balance in the shadow unless I'm planning to shoot in the shadow. Okay, so my shadow is here. If I set my white balance here, I'm setting the white balance in the shadow. Then I come and shoot this picture like that, it's okay. Also in the shadow. But if I want to take the picture nice and bright, then I make sure I bring my slate up, let the light hit the slate, set my white balance, then go in and shoot it with the light. Yeah? Biggest mistake white balance setting, people always forget. They're setting the white balance in their own shadow. Yes.
For number 3, do you have to put the slate very far away from the slate?
Okay, for number 3, do you need to put the slate further or nearer? If I have the slate here and I shoot it like this, of course this is the norm. Alright? However, this water column also gives you a blue filter. It does. So you may set your white balance like this and then shoot the speaker so far away. It will be a tinge of blue. I promise you this. It will not be perfect. So the right way to do, if you want to shoot this, is you walk to the speaker, put the slate there. Come here and shoot the white balance against the slate. Then you come back here and you shoot the picture. This will be accurate. Because this also has a blue water column. It will also give you that blue. So